Welcome to the Community Difference Plano, powered by the Difference Media LLC,
and hosted by Nathan Smith with the Enfuego Group, and also sponsored by Jacqueline Kreider with PBJ Mortgage, Audra Hooper with Alloy Personal Training at the Glen Eagles in Plano and Castle Hills locations, Diane Cassel with Castle to Castle, Traci Duff with Assisted Living Locators, Megan Schaffer with the Hive of the Happily Insured, and by Jeannie Smith with Guardian Mortgage, a division of Sunflower Bank, N.A. The Community Difference Plano was created to serve as a platform for local leaders and business professionals to showcase their expertise, values, and commitment to their community. Overall, the podcast aims to create a stronger sense of community in North Texas by highlighting the often overlooked or unnoticed good work being done by local leaders, businesses, and professionals. So sit back and relax as our host, co-host, and their guests share inspirational stories, experiences, thoughts, and insights about being a professional, along with the opportunities for our businesses to serve our communities in very special ways. Because the Community Difference Plano starts now.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Community Difference Plano. It is 11:32 on a beautiful Wednesday morning, episode 46 of the Community Difference Plano podcast, firmly rooted at the intersection of business development and community involvement. Merry Christmas to everyone. I'm coming at you from home today. Very excited to be here. Very cozy, actually. Nice change from the office, but sometimes you got to switch it up. I'm your host, Nathan Smith with the Enfuego Group. We specialize in guiding your personal finances to help you properly protect your income. At the Enfuego Group, we're passionate about financial freedom. So we invite you to join us in our mission to help you to live life on fire. Let's get to it today. It is week 2 of our December topic, transforming the sales cycle, leveraging social platforms to establish know, like, and trust, the component of building rapport. We're going to get to that in our second segment. I really look forward to this conversation because the biggest component of the sales cycle, obviously, is that customer acquisition, the prospecting, finding the people to put in to the pipeline. And that's been a component from pretty much the beginning of business. The problem is there was always, kind of antiquated ways, still are, that people are using email campaigns and, door knocking and mailers. And there's some use for some of those things, but how can social media transform and really speed that process up so that you're building the trust that you need, that is required to have that business relationship, but you do it much quicker? So we're going to talk about multiple aspects of that in our second segment. But first, coming up in just a moment, what's up, Plano? What's happening in our beautiful city, the city of excellence? I will introduce our host and co-host to help me introduce that segment here in just a moment. So let's jump right in. Co-host number uno, right? Diane Cassel with Castle to Castle. She's passionate about empowering people to contribute to nonprofits and make a lasting impact through service and sharing. Her mission is to elevate lives, empower dreams, and fund hope by teaching business owners how to network with purpose and utilize calls marketing to advance their business. She believes that together we can make the world a better place. Please welcome Diane Cassel.
Hello, good morning, Plano.
It really does embody you. I think you really believe that, which is good. That we can make the world a better place. I love that.
Thank you.
Diane, it is Christmas time. What are you most excited about coming up this week or next week? Either one.
Well, I'm most excited, and I'll share that in our next segment. But, the thing about Christmas, I like to take the commercial part out of it, and I like to add in the people that I care about and love, and share the different things that we have going on in Plano with those people. And just spending time, it's not the presents, it's not the money you spend, it's the time that you spend with the people that you care about and the treasured memories that you build.
Couldn't agree more. In fact, if it is at all about the presents, for me, it's about giving the presents. That's my favorite part, is actually being able to see people's face light up when they get something that really means something to them. So let's bring in your cohort, your partner in crime, as I like to say. With assisted living locators, Traci Duff, a Plano resident for over 30 years, is a community advocate supporting causes like Special Olympics, Walk to End Alzheimer's, and Pajamas for Seniors. As the owner for assisted living locators of Plano and surrounding areas, she provides expert, compassionate guidance to families navigating senior care options, all at no cost, which is awesome. So please welcome Traci Duff. There's a long pause there. There's a lot of suspense. I just want to hold it in the air for a second.
Good morning, all. Great to be here.
Great to have you. Great to have you. What are you, without spoiling anything that you might talk about in the next segment, what are you excited about coming up personally in your life, business, holiday season?
Yeah, well, personally, I'm going real personal with this. I get to have a sleepover with my grandson this weekend. Okay. So that's always a good deal. I get them all to myself. I don't have to share. And we're actually going down, he and I on Saturday, they live out in the Euless area, and we're going downtown Grapevine. And they have a small business, local farmers market, craft kiosk kind of thing set up outside on Main Street down there. So we're going to go do all that Christmas stuff. Just me and Michael.
Love it. How old is he?
2.5.
Oh, wow. That's a fun age.
Yeah.
I have a daughter, so that's a really fun age.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Well, let's bring in our guests. First of all, with Assured Partners, Kirk Hodgson's VP of Private Client Services at Assured Partners, brings 35 plus years of experience in personalized risk management for high net worth clients. A North Texas resident since 2003, he enjoys gourmet cooking. I did not know this about Kirk. We need to talk about that later. Wine pairings and outdoor adventures with his family and 3 dogs. Please welcome Kirk Hodgson.
Good morning, Nathan.
Good morning. Good morning. Gourmet cooking, huh? I didn't know that about you.
I do. And unfortunately, we recently had about a 7-month setback due to an insurance claim where our kitchen was being remodeled because of a hot water line leak in the slab. So I had not been able to do the kind of gourmet cooking. So with this holiday season, we're looking to host and cook in our kitchen, and some of the new appliances and great effort in the kitchen. So it's going to be a special time this Christmas.
Well, let us know when that invite goes out, Kirk. We'll be there.
Oh, with getting in the new kitchen, it's an open invite. Just knock on the door. Come on in. We'll make something together.
Next year's
party, wine, so we're good.
Yes. I'm sorry, Nathan.
I said next year's Christmas party, we'll just have it at your house. That'd be perfect.
There you go. Plan ahead.
Love gourmet cooking. That's amazing. Well, and last but certainly not least, Michelle Hendrickson with Mary Kay has led a successful business for over 21 years, mentoring hundreds and earning 11 free cars, which is amazing, including her signature pink Cadillac. A Plano resident for 26 years, Michelle is a devoted wife, mom, and UNT graduate who loves coffee, dancing, and making new connections. I think that really does sum up Michelle quite well. So please welcome to the show, Michelle Hendrickson. Good morning.
Hello. How's everybody doing?
We're good. If you could be a little more excited, Michelle, that would be great.
I know. I got my headgear. I've got all my, it's Christmas everywhere, right?
I don't have to ask you if you're excited about Christmas. I feel like the answer is all over your face. I think that's great.
Clearly.
That's how you're addressing how I feel about Christmas. I should be more. I don't think I could pull it off, but that's the same excitement that I have for Christmas. You just put it in visual form really well. So
I'll get you a headband, Nathan. I got it.
I'll wear it on our Christmas special. You get me one.
One thing I know about Michelle is she loves every holiday. And the other thing I know about Michelle is if you're in a down mood for whatever reason, hang out with Michelle because she will turn that down mood into an up mood.
Real brown upside down. Is that what you're saying, Diane?
That's right.
I love that. Well, right before we go to break, I want to bring in another Michelle Hawkins, a good friend of ours who runs downtown Plano. She is all things downtown Plano. Just want to introduce Michelle Hawkins real quick, and we're going to tease her because she'll be in our next segment. Good morning, Michelle. She'll be sharing a couple of important things that are happening around the holiday season in downtown Plano. So we're going to go to break. When we come back, what's up, Plano? We're going to give you everything you need to know that's happening in the city for the holiday season. So stick around. We'll be right back on the Community Difference Plano.
The Community Difference Plano was made possible by Nathan Smith with the Enfuego Group. Diane Cassel with Cassel to Cassel, connecting charities to fundraising solutions. Traci Duff with Assisted Living Locators. Jacqueline Kreider with PBJ Mortgage. Megan Schoffer with the Hive of the Happily Insured. Jeannie Smith with Guardian Mortgage, a division of Sunflower Bank, N.A. And by Audra Hooper with Alloy Personal Training at the Glen Eagles Plano and Castle Hills locations. The Community Difference Plano. Together, we can make the difference. And now, back to the show.
Are you ready?
Because it's time for
What's Up Plano?
What's Up Plano, sponsored by Leavenworth in Texas. Get ready to experience the true heart of Texas at Leavenworth and in Plano. Savor authentic Texas cuisine from barbecue and wild game to Gulf seafood, all while enjoying live music from some of Texas' best artists. Whether you're craving a taste of the Lone Star State or looking for a fun night out, this iconic spot has it all. Visit Leavenworth, Texas, and discover why it's the perfect blend of Texas flavor and spirit. I believe it's also one of Diane's favorite live music spots in the whole DFW area. I think you're a regular there, Diane. Is that true?
Very true.
Okay.
Very true.
We will be hosting and have hosted our Plano Business Development Alliance meetings there. We're going to be changing them, the format a little bit as we move into January. So stay tuned for the details. Should still be the fourth week of the month. So we'll get you all those details as soon as we lock that in. But we're very excited about that and that location partnership as we move into 2025. All right, Traci, let's start with you. Some exciting things happening. Take it away.
Yeah, so this Sunday, the 15th at Granite Park, the boardwalk at Granite Park, they are having a Santa's Sleighing holiday event. And so obviously Santa will be there. They're going to have free photos with Santa. The first 50 guests get some kind of special holiday treat. They're going to have Santa's elves running around, giving glitter tattoos, playing interactive games and prizes. Frosty the Snowman's going to be running around. DJ with all the Christmas favorite music. So this is all outdoor on the boardwalk. At 2:00, they're going to have incredible flamenco passion dance crew out there.
Oh.
At 2:00. I know, it sounds kind of fun. And Suburban Yacht Club and Union Bear Brewing Company are both going to have holiday kiosk out there doing holiday themed drinks. And you can grab your drinks and walk around the boardwalk, get pictures with Santa, all that kind of fun stuff. So it's going to have all local markets, small businesses, craft tables and kiosks set up. So it's going to be kind of a neat thing. I'm definitely going to go out there with Milo, with the grandson, of course. Yeah. So that's Sunday, the 15th from 11 to 3, Granite Park on the boardwalk.
Love that.
Then next, I'm going to introduce Daryl. Where is Daryl? Do we have Daryl? Daryl, there he is. He is with the North Texas Performing Arts. And he's going to tell you a little bit about Scrooge and another production that they have coming up in January. And Daryl, I got to tell you, I took Tyler and his girlfriend out last weekend, and there was a children's production, all kids, full staff, and it was a true play, a true Q play, no musical, no, and these kids did great. And the name of it was Junie B. Jingle Bells, Batman Smells, and it was hilarious. These kids did a great job. So yeah, lots going on in North Texas Performing Arts. Daryl, tell us about Scrooge.
Thanks, Traci, and thanks for letting us be here. And thanks for seeing Junie B. Jones. You know, the North Texas Performing Arts puts on some 200 productions a year for youth ages 5 to grades 12. And so what you got to see was one of our kids' productions. I'm here to talk today about our community theater production of Scrooge the Musical. We're in our 14th year. of bringing this wonderful show to life. It is a musical based on A Christmas Carol, and it has all the fun and excitement of Scrooge, Jacob Marley, the three ghosts, and the redeeming value in the story of the opportunity that we all have to wake up tomorrow and decide that we're going to be a different person and a better person than we were before. I'm excited about our cast. We've got professional actors in our cast, as well as a lot of community leaders. Our own Plano City Council members, Shelby Williams, is in our cast. Jennifer Stratus who's a traveling actress professionally. We've got Best of Broadway Supporting Actor of the Year last year, noted lecturer Merrill Evans, and local author and artist Vicki Cravens, together with lots and lots more. It's 100 people in this year's cast as we perform our 14th year, 124th consecutive performance, opening tonight of Scrooge the Musical. Fantastic show, and encourage people to come out. We've opened in the Courtyard Theater tonight. We're there this weekend, and then we move to the Willow Bend Center of the Arts at the Shops of Willow Bend next weekend. Nice. 12 shows in total.
Cool. And then what's coming up in January?
And then in January, we kick off our repertory season. Our repertory season is our professional actors season, and we'll have six productions over the course of the next year. We open with Chicago, and that opens on Thursday, January 2nd at 7:30 p.m. We go it's a 4-show stand of Chicago for Thursday, January 2nd through Saturday the 4th. So a lot of fun, a lot of great actors coming out for this production. This is really our alumni version. So this cast basically represents some of the best actors that we've had that have been part of the NTPA family for the last decade or so. These are our professional actors. Usually most of them are studying or are actually out working in the professional world and are coming back to us to be a part of this very special weekend of Chicago.
Awesome.
Love that. Yeah, and thank you. Obviously, you're a huge advocate for community theater and what's going on in Plano. Of course, you've been a guest of ours a number of times before, representing NTPA, but also just as a full-fledged guest in our topics. I think it was back in October. I can't remember when it was, but just appreciate you so much. The guy in that poster looks pretty familiar in the back. If you know him or not.
Right?
Vaguely.
Yeah, Nathan, I take the stage tonight for, I think it's number 113 times as Scrooge. We started it 14 years ago as a fundraising and a team building exercise, and then somehow it kind of caught fire. And it's become our single largest production of the year in terms of participants, and we're just excited about the opportunity to have everybody come together and be a part of it. We have a lot of fun with it, and we put on a pretty good show. So I'm excited about this particular cast because we got an awesome cast this year.
Give us the dates one more time, just so we know, so we can put it on.
So it opens tonight at the Courtyard Theater on December 11th. We have 6 shows at the Courtyard Theater running through next Sunday. And then we come back to the Willow Bend Center of the Arts, which is really our home theater. And we open on Wednesday there, December 18th. We run 6 shows through Sunday, December 22nd. More information at ntpa.org.
Awesome. Thank you very, very much. Diane, you have some exciting things to share. Let you take it away.
Well, I want to talk about the Christmas parade, because to me that's everything. It's for people like me that have never wanted to grow up, and so I like to get in there with the kids, and I'm just fascinated by all of the people that come together and unite this community. So it's going to be called Candy Wonderland, which I think is really cool. So it's coming on Saturday. So it's this Saturday in downtown Plano, and it's only 1 hour. So it's from 2 to 3. And this is the cool part about it. It's organized by the Rotary Club of Plano. And if you don't know anything about the Rotary Club of Plano and what they do for our community, please check them out and get involved with the Rotary Club, because they do so many things for the people that live here. So we're really looking forward to spreading that festive cheer throughout Plano. This is really kind of cool. We have a special guest, Olympic gold medalist, gymnast, and she's a Plano resident, Hesley Rivera. She's going to make a special appearance in the parade as the holiday spirit ambassador. And so I want to tell you just a short little snippet of what Hesley is all about. At the age of 16, she represented our country at the Summer Olympics, at the Paris Summer Olympics. And not only was she the youngest member of the gold medal winning team, yes, she won a gold medal, but she was the youngest athlete across the entire U.S. delegation. And so we're inviting all Planoites to come out and cheer on not just Hesley, but cheer on Plano's high school marching bands, the drill teams and the color guards performing in the parade alongside all the festive floats that you're going to see, the festive floats from local businesses, nonprofit organizations and clubs. And then guess what? We're going to have a special appearance by you know who. Ho, 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 Santa Claus. So remember, it's Candy Wonderland, and it's Saturday, December 14th is Saturday from 2 to 3. Now, I'm going to give you the route of the parade. It's starting at 19th Street at Avenue M, and it's heading west on 19th Street, and it's turning south on Avenue K, right in the heart of downtown, and then turning south on Avenue K, and then going east on 15th, right through the heart of our downtown Plano, and then north on Avenue M, and then ending at 18th Street. So it's a short but sweet, and I can promise you that it'll put a smile on your face.
And you know what? I'm going to add a little something. Michelle Hendrickson's daughter and her crew from Plano West are in the parade.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So, yes. And oh my goodness, I forgot about that. And she's quite the dancer. Michelle's daughter is quite the dancer. So go check her out.
We'll love that. Thank you, Diane. And also, I want to kind of transition to Michelle, because Michelle, you actually have some pictures from last year's parade. If we want to pop those up,
sure.
We can show those. And you
absolutely.
Can just...
So we love having the parade in downtown. We love to invite other parts of Plano that maybe don't come to downtown that often. Come early, go do some small business shopping for the holidays, have something to eat at one of the restaurants, come to the parade, and then go back into downtown. We're going to have our Grinch character in the crowd. So that way, after the parade passes, you can follow him into our core of downtown and visit our businesses. We love having everybody here for that. And then I can go into all the other events we have going on.
From a logistics standpoint, where is the best place to park? And also, are there going to be some happenings around the actual hour of the parade? Obviously, the business restaurants will be open, all that. But first, where's the best place or places to park? And then what else may be going on besides just the parade?
Best places to park. So around Municipal Center, if you get there early enough.
Okay.
Greenvine Market has a large parking lot right there. Preston's Cafe. So along K Avenue from 15th Street and north of there are going to be your best places to park. If you don't get there early enough to park in those places, you can always park at Haggard parking lot, the McCall parking lot, and just walk over. It's about a half a block.
Because it ends right there at the railroad track, or where I know Diane.
Yeah, so it comes down K Avenue. It'll split, where Municipal Avenue and K Avenue split. It goes down the Municipal Avenue side, and then it's going to go east on 15th Street. So it doesn't come down the core of downtown. It goes east.
Okay, perfect. That makes sense. Okay.
Mainly because we can't pass the DART tracks. They won't stop the train for a parade. So.
We don't want the parade getting hit by the train. That would be problematic. And then there's a ton of other stuff happening that you wanted to share, and just so much to do in downtown. We're very excited.
We always have something going on. So earlier that same day on Saturday, Yale Butcher Shop, if you've been to Yale Butcher Shop, you know how great their food is. They're doing a breakfast with Santa. So you can have a nice cozy breakfast with Santa before the parade. It's from 7 a.m. to 10:30 that morning. Then we have the parade. The next day, we have Mistletoe Market in downtown. It's from 12 to 4. This is mainly a shopping event. We're going to have a vendor market set up in McCall Plaza. There'll be music pumped through the district. All of our different retailers have some kind of special and drinks and for visitors to come and shop. So that's 12 to 4 on Sunday. And then on December 19th, or Thursday, we have our monthly sip and shop. This is the last one of the season. It's an ugly sweater theme. We have over 12 different locations to come and explore and drink wine and be festive. We always, like what I was saying before, we always have something happening in downtown Plano. So we have holiday painting parties at Cocoa Beach and Voodoo Brewing. We have Shots with Santa at Better Than Sex Dessert Restaurant. We have Scrooge and Christmas Carol performances happening at Courtyard Theater. You can find all of these events at visitdowntownplano.com.
Well, we are not in short supply of fun things to do in Plano. So thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Daryl. Go out and see Scrooge starting tonight. Go out and join the parade. Don't join the parade. Like, if you're not invited, just watch the parade. Don't hop in it. Join the festivities. We'll put it that way. Of the parade Saturday from 2 to 3. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Diane. Thank you, Traci. And also, you get to see Michelle Hendrickson's daughter. She'll be on a float, I guess. Is that how it works? Or
she'll be dancing.
Oh,
she'll
well,
have her color guard. She'll be doing the color guard.
Okay. Perfect. Very good. Well, guys, thank you again, Michelle, and thank you, Daryl. When we come back, we will jump right into our topic of the month. So stick around. We'll be right back on the Community Difference Plano.
At the Community Difference Business Development Alliance, powered by the Difference Media, LLC, our mission is to empower small business owners by transcending acceptable behaviors and outcomes into exceptional realms. We foster a culture of self-awareness, accountability, and proactive engagement, guiding individuals to recognize and overcome indifference towards transformative actions, habits, behaviors, and processes driving meaningful change. Through strategic networking, impactful content creation, and innovative top-of-mind strategies, we cultivate brand relevance and differentiation, enabling our partners and the Difference community to stand out in crowded markets. With a focus on building authentic connections, amplifying brand presence, and driving sustainable growth, we equip entrepreneurs with the tools and mindset to navigate the complexities of entrepreneurship with confidence, innovation, and resilience. Together, we aim to be the catalyst for difference makers, propelling them towards their highest potential and leaving a lasting impact on their businesses and communities. That's where our community podcasts come in. These podcasts lie directly at the intersection of innovative business development and community involvement, helping to bridge the gap between small business obscurity often seen in our communities. The community-based podcasts called the Community Difference Series are an integral part of integrating all facets of modern business development into a package of great content, positive impact branding, and top-of-mind presence, thus fulfilling the greater mission we set forth. When we set out to be difference makers, we can learn to make a difference and find the success and impact innately desired by all business owners and entrepreneurs. We are difference makers.
Welcome back. It is week 2 of our topic, transforming the sales cycle, leveraging social media platforms to establish know, like, and trust component of building rapport. As I mentioned in the open, obviously no business can escape the sales cycle. That's part of the process, right? And so for many, the filling the funnel, right? The concept of prospecting, qualifying, even pitching what you do, that's the daunting and difficult side of the sales cycle, but it's obviously required. And so for a long time, businesses have, tried many things that it happens that have worked for a long time. And as we kind of transition into, the social media world, which we've been in for quite a while now, almost a decade at least, it's important for businesses to realize there's better ways to build know, like, and trust that are going to kind of alleviate some of the pain points on the front end of that sales cycle. And there's a number of ways of doing that through social media. And so we want to talk about those today and really kind of get everybody's not only views and opinions, but also experiences as far as that goes. And so let's start here. What social media does, and I want to kind of put it this way, is it gives you not only the ability to kind of find the communities that best fit what you're wanting to do, who you're wanting to market to, and allow them to see you, know you, trust you in a quicker way than they otherwise would, maybe one-on-one. But it also opens you up to larger markets that you might not even realize are interested in what you're doing, or be able to tap in to what you're currently doing, or may not even need what you're doing at any given time. But they build that relationship with you that you otherwise wouldn't have had that ability. And so that solves a lot of issues for our business owners in shortening that sales cycle, where you're putting a lot of people at the top of the funnel, and then in the right time, those folks are going to end up engaging with your business in whatever you do. And so I think that's really important. So let's start here, kind of a broad question for everyone. Social media wise, what have you guys experienced from a client or customer acquisition standpoint, utilizing social media, whether it be groups, whether it be your own group, whether it be highlighting other businesses, things that are happening in the community? How have you seen that give visibility and voice to you as a trusted person in your field that you otherwise would not have had it not be for social media?
I'll go first.
Calling somebody.
For me, it's using social media to let people know who I really am. So instead of going out there and being self-promoting and talking about helping nonprofits fund their mission, I don't really do that at all. I don't have to do that. So for me, it's showing people who Diane Cassel is. So sharing my life, sharing ideas, cute little quotes, and just pictures of family, pictures of things going out and going to the parade, things like that, sharing my life. And when I do that, Nathan, people see me. And so it gives me more visibility. It shows that I really do care about the community, and that when I highlight other people in the community, it shows that I care about that, and I don't necessarily try to promote myself.
Yeah. And how have you seen that? Because you've been in business for a long time, a couple of different businesses. How have you seen that expedite your visibility and your trust to bring in multiple partners, clients, whatever, that may have taken you a lot longer, in the past? Does that make sense?
Oh my gosh, it has so shortened the sales cycle for me. So for me, I don't even have to prospect. And I know that sounds weird because a lot of people do, but I don't really have to prospect because everybody knows what I do. And so what this has done for me, when I do little videos, I do series and videos and episodes that add value to people's life. And so when I do that, people see it and they say, wow, I want to really know more about her. And then when I highlight other people in the community, it does the same thing. And they just reach out to me and say, hey, did you know about this nonprofit? I'd like to connect you to this person that really is well connected in the nonprofit world. So for me, it has totally reduced the fact that I don't ever cold call. I don't really ever prospect because I'm constantly getting introduced to people that I can go out and help.
Well, and I imagine too that's, one of the ways people get burnt out of business is just feel like they're not getting momentum. And so the great thing about, you have to have people to engage your business. And if you can create that momentum more quickly through, vast different social media approaches and collaborating with other businesses on social media, et cetera, it really sends a spark into you, especially as a young entrepreneur or a new business owner, that, I can actually be successful. And then for the seasoned veteran, this is just a way of transitioning into an inevitability. Like, we got a lot of people that are probably trying to hang on to the old way. We all have friends who are, social media, I'm not. And I hate to tell you this, but if you don't learn how to utilize some aspect of social media, someone else and probably everyone else is. And that's going to inevitably leave you as the blockbuster of your business, which we all know what happened there. And that's just a reality. But the great news is it doesn't have to be complicated. I think people get scared. I don't know how to, you don't have to do everything. You just have to do something. Just start somewhere. Traci, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no. And I'm going to chime in there because you were talking about me. I'm that old school. And that was not a planned segue. I know that, but I was that old school. I'm not anymore because I am learning. Whether I like it or not, this is the way sales and promotion is going. And I have seen it now in the works. I mean, I would see it in the beginning when, if I would promote or post something that was strictly just a business little advertisement, I might get one or two little pings on it. But if I put something out there about Tyler, my special needs son, and I going to one of my care homes to drop off Valentine's, the whole world was watching. Everybody liked that. I would get tons of comments. So I'm starting to realize that the people are out there. And going to the smaller networking groups where you're relying on one or two referrals here and there casually, that's not going to grow my business.
Yeah.
And so if I'm able to put myself out there and give little insights, little tips, some information that not everybody knows, and people that are out there looking for someone like me, they're there. They see me without me even knowing they're there. So like Diane was saying about speeding up the sales cycle, I'll be hitting people that I don't even know need me. Instead of waiting for those to keep me top of mind. So when they do run into that one person, that they remember to call me. So I'm jumping on that bandwagon. And I will say that Diane has forced me to do videos and live videos at that. And it's working. And it shows us as humans, yeah, we stumble our words but that's who we are. And it makes us more relatable and people can then resonate with what we're trying to give them knowledge or, insight.
You said a key phrase because, obviously you guys, everybody remembers the old yellow pages, whatever it was called. And, you have advertisements in there. And I think sometimes, especially people that are jumping into social media, maybe they're older entrepreneurs or business owners long time, they're having to make that transition. It's really easy for younger folks, millennials, Gen Z, but to still understand that it's not just about having a presence, putting out, although there are obviously ads have their place, they have their successful, but ads don't build trust, right? Ads don't build know, like, and trust. They don't build rapport. And so you guys remember, the old Tupperware parties, or even today, like I know the kind of marketing that Mary Kay does. We'll talk to you about that in just a second, Michelle. But in person builds a trust, a reliability. And of course, you can't do it in person to 5,000 people, and so this actually allows you to replicate that camaraderie by building a community. And one of the ways to do that is through social media groups or pages. So I want to go to you, Michelle, because besides being bubbly and exciting and always on, which is fantastic, I know that you do a great job of marketing not only what you do, but who you are, and that you actually care about people's beauty and well-being and skin and all. It's a very important thing. So how have you, first of all, what is your strategy from a Facebook pages and group standpoint? But how have you seen that been more successful for your sales cycle rather than having to go one or two or three people at a time, trying to prospect the old school way?
So this is, this all I mean, Mary Kay's been around for 61 years. So it is a tried and true method. And yes, we are the #1 best-selling brand in the entire world. Woohoo! For the last 2 years in a row. So I got to say that because that was just found by Euromonitor, another separate monitoring agency. The reason is because we are trained to use those different platforms. So for example, we always have our personal Facebook page and we have a business Facebook page, but the algorithms on Facebook on a business page is set up for hundreds of thousands of things. So what we do is create private Facebook groups using our personal page. Mm-hmm. And then we are able to put all kinds of content into those groups, and they're, beauty groups, but it's stuff that's important to me. And it's also things that are important to people that I know that are in my group, that I add all my prospects and my customers to the group. And so it's, all kinds of things, whether it's beauty jokes, whether it's, whatever's going on for the holiday, all kinds of fun, different, inspirational topics, things like that you can post in there. And that's one thing that I do all the time is having something in my groups that, that engages. And it's, it's also personal and heartfelt. And kind of like what Diane said, you just got to be yourself. So I show up like this, like what you see right now with the headband and all the things going on over here. This is like a daily thing for me because that's who I really am. And people know about that. They like it. And they know that that's just really who I am. So you just show up as yourself, basically.
And you know what else Michelle does that is great? And this is like where I was touching back. You don't know who's watching. She'll come on, clean face, no makeup, and give the beauty tips or give those tips and tricks that we don't know about. You don't know who's watching. The right person may be watching that actually needed that tip. And now she knows who to go to. You go to Michelle, your favorite Mary Kay girl.
Whether it be your personal or your private group or the public page, how have you seen, Michelle, that shorten? And I imagine you've been doing this for a long time with social media, but how have you seen that shorten the sales cycle for you, other Mary Kay, representatives, et cetera, that maybe isn't happening in other industries, other businesses? Give us an actual example if you have one.
Well, what I know is this, what you put out there, we know we got to talk with people 5 to 12 times to have an engagement come back. And so whatever I'm promoting, then I have it, on my personal page. It's in my Facebook group. It's something I'm talking about. I've sent a text message to my customers. I've gone live, in person and, we're on location, whatever that is. Mm-hmm. And so, and I have special promotions that I do that are particular to me. And I do it very consistently. Consistency is the key. And so there's consistent programs that I do through my business that people expect. So for 21 years, we've done a particular program called Christmas Bucks. It's a particular loyalty program that I use for my clients. And I've done that for so many years consistently that they know it's coming. They're prepared for it. At this point, people are asking me, oh my gosh, when is that due? I need to be sure I get that. They're calling me about it. And so, but it's because I've consistently done it and I've just replicated and duplicated it on all of my social platforms. TikTok, I got a YouTube channel, we do all the things over here.
Kirk, with assured partners in the insurance world, whether it be health, life, property, casualty, risk management, et cetera, relationships are a key component to that. And obviously a lot of that was done in person for so many years. But how have you guys seen the sales cycle kind of shorten and shrink with what you're doing through social media, whether it be, public groups or just shorts and reels, just individual engagement, whatever that looks like? What are some things that you're seeing that's successful? And give us an example if you can.
Sure, Nathan. So a lot of the business that I derive, it comes from centers of influence. And for me, in the high net worth space, centers of influence are folks such as wealth managers, is using them as an example. Through LinkedIn, I capitalize on LinkedIn with posts, and I get feedback, and I get invitations for meetings, and as well as other networking groups too. The concept is to get in front of those folks, and they have a holistic approach to what their clients need. And wealth protection is one of the basis for their roles for a client. And property and casualty insurance is key to that area. So it's really helped me to expand my brand and expand the help and the consultative approach that I have to property and casualty insurance.
and obviously LinkedIn is a great tool. It's a different tool than Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, but certainly has its place. And from a Facebook or Instagram standpoint, how have you found, and maybe LinkedIn too, you can let me know, how have you found that this kind of expedites the relationship building, the rapport building process, which oftentimes can take some time one-on-one? Have you seen that kind of be able to cast a wider net that allows more people to fill the pipeline with whatever you're particularly looking for?
So what I found is from a Facebook and Instagram, primarily I portray myself as who I am, family man, involved in the community. And I think that gives that level of the beginning knowledge of trust and getting to know me. And hopefully through those mediums, they actually come back and they like me. So it makes a better connection to allow myself to be investigated, if you will, stalked, if you will, so that they can see who the real Kirk Hodgson is that's offering to help them.
Well, you touched on something that's, I think, really important is, highlighting obviously who you are. Story is a huge part of the landscape of really our times, telling stories, et cetera. But more than that, beyond just you as a family man, which you obviously are, and a great person to do business with, it's sharing success stories with the community, right? Highlighting other businesses, highlighting things that are going, a lot what we do in our What's Up segment, but even more detailed, like what Diane shared with, I'm totally blanking on her name, but the Olympic medalist that you shared.
Pardon?
The Olympic medalist that you shared in the What's Up Plano segment.
Oh, yes. So she's got, Hesley Rivera.
Yes.
Hesley Rivera.
So my point is sharing those types of things on community spotlights take the attention away from us as business owners, but put it on us as people who are engaged in our community, who care about other things that are happening, who aren't just always self-promoting. And I think that's very important. What do you guys think makes a success story that would resonate deeply with people? Let's just hone in on this for a second. We've got about 2 minutes left. What's a success story in a community that we could share? Maybe you have a specific one, or just conceptually that we could share that shows the authentic connection that we have to our community. That would be engaging in our Facebook group, our shorts and reels, our personal pages, things like that.
Well, for me, a success story personally has been directly related to the community difference. And why I believe so deeply and strongly about the community difference, because we do try to, our main goal is for everybody to be seen, be heard, and be remembered, and unite the community. So when I met Dave Sweeney, who heads up the American Legion Hall here in Collin County in downtown Plano, I didn't even know that the American Legion Hall was there.
I didn't either until you introduced him to me.
I had no idea. And Traci introduced Dave Sweeney to Community Difference and then to me. And so for me to, because my focus is on veterans. Everything I do is veteran related. It's patriotic. And so for me to be introduced to him really hit close to home for me. And for me to be able to get out there and share what the American Legion Hall is trying to do for the veterans that live and work in Collin County and all of the programs that they have, that has been tremendous for me. And not only from a perspective of Diane really cares about the community and is going to promote local business and local business owners and local business activities. It builds rapport for me, right? I'm not doing it to self-promote myself, but it's like an organic thing that happens for me. And that's exactly what happened when I was connected to Dave Sweeney and what I'm able to help them with as a nonprofit so that they can fund their mission to go out and make a difference and pay it forward to all of the veterans, all the programs that they have, and how they connect the veterans to all those programs.
Well, and that's a great example of highlighting a connection within the community, a community spotlight, if you will. And I'm telling you, the more you spend on social media not talking about yourself, it's just like it's magical, right? And obviously, there's a time when you're in certain groups, the groups that Michelle has, they're expecting her to talk about beauty and beauty tips and new product, and there's a place for all that. And there's certainly a strategy behind themed pages, okay, for sure. But I'm going to challenge our listeners, our business owners. Maybe you're having great success. You're seeing some of the things that we've talked about implemented into your business. But if you're not, I want you to take a second and just kind of think, okay, is it groups? Is it something I can post on my page? Is it shorts and reels, spotlighting other businesses, spotlighting things that are happening in the community? Pick something and start today, and hopefully this has been helpful for you. When we come back, we're going to jump in with Michelle and Kirk talking about how their community involvement has impacted their business journey and get a little more insight into who they are. We'll be right back on the Community Difference.
And now a word from a few of our amazing sponsors that make the Difference Radio, live stream, and podcast network possible. At Fireboss Realty, we believe life is about relationships, and everything else is just details. Whether you're buying or selling, Scott and Amy Johnson are here to understand your family's unique needs and deliver expert guidance on the North Texas real estate market. With a reputation for integrity and personalized service, Fireboss Realty makes your home journey stress-free and successful. Ready to make your move? Visit firebossrealty.com and let's ignite your real estate dreams.
Everyone deserves access to affordable health insurance, but with traditional insurance, costs can be high and getting coverage can be complicated. JP Direct Health is a simpler, more affordable way to get the health coverage you need. With plans for individuals, families, and small businesses, you can save money on monthly premiums without the need for physicals. At jpdirecthealth.com, we specialize in customizing coverage to fit almost every budget with affordable PPO plans and many other benefits. With over 100 5-star Google reviews, JP Direct Health is a trusted resource making health insurance affordable and accessible for everyone year-round. Affordable health insurance solutions are a proactive protection, not a reactive solution. Visit jpdirecthealth.com today and see how much you can save.
I'm always here to help. Thank you.
Are you or someone you know pregnant or planning to conceive? Caitlin Smith is both a certified childbirth doula and instructor offering childbirth classes to couples wanting an unmedicated, physiological birth outside of the hospital setting. Caitlin has served the local community since 2021 and specializes in working closely with midwives, all while best supporting a mother's physical body, her partner, and the birth environment. You can contact Caitlin through Instagram at thismamadoula or email her at caitlinsmithdoula@gmail.com to learn more about childbirth classes or her doula services.
Are you looking to buy a home? The process can be daunting, but it doesn't have to be. With the help of a qualified loan officer like Paul Fisher, you can get the financing you need and get into your dream home. Paul Fisher, a direct local lender with Certainty Home Lending, has many years of experience helping people buy homes. He's knowledgeable, experienced, and he'll work with you to find the best loan for your needs. Contact Paul Fisher today to get started on your home buying journey. He'll help you every step of the way, so you can relax and focus on finding your dream home. Visit www.loansbyfisher.com or call 817-308-7361 to schedule a consultation with Paul. MLS number 2018111.
Now back to the show.
Welcome back. We want to dive in more deeply with our guests. I want to ask, I'll start with Kirk. What is, we talking about community spotlight is the backside of the, kind of the last thing we talked about on our topic segment. But for you, the different ways that you've engaged the community, that you have just, whether it be nonprofit work or just being involved in the community with your kids or just events that are happening, where have you seen that impact you from a positive standpoint in your business journey?
Well, as you can imagine, I think it's still
examples too, if you don't mind specifically.
Sure. Insurance, property casualty insurance is very much a people business. One of the things I'm involved in several areas in the community. One of the things that I'm still attached with is the Allen Eagles Lacrosse Club at Allen High School. Lacrosse is not a UIL supported sport in Texas. So as a result, we're a club. We don't get any financial backing by the school.
It should be. It's a lot of fun.
I agree. I'd love for it to happen. But, I've been associated with them for over 15 years now. My son's graduated and he's in college, but the board wanted me to come back in an ex officio position to help with our fundraising efforts because we're seeking, sponsorships to help pay for field rental from the school, referees, uniforms, and even scholarships for student athletes that have a financial barrier to play lacrosse. So we make sure nobody is missed out. Well, by involving myself in this organization where we have over 200 families, it's allowed me to have a lot of contact points, and people will often say, well, what do you do for a living? Or I saw that you're a sponsor and you're an independent insurance agent. Can you help me? So I've had several areas, opportunities to work with people and do insurance reviews, and in some cases place their coverage with me, and other cases make some advice about changing, increasing limits, et cetera. So it's as a people business, it gives me access to a whole lot of people in a very non-sales approach. It's been fantastic that way.
And what do you feel like, why is it important for people to be, for business owners, you get caught up in running your business, right? We talk about this all the time. We work in our business, but we don't work on our business. And building relationships, being engaged in the community is a great way of indirectly and then directly working on our business, because it provides us with the clout, the trust, the recognition that is necessary to really kind of grow in the community that we live in. Would you agree with that?
Very much so. And I think just being, top of mind, being visible, allows you to have that relationship with people. And then it ultimately comes back to potentially business. And the other personal side of it is I'm giving back. I played lacrosse in Pennsylvania, very passionate about the sport. How I can help grow it in Texas and Allen and support it is very important to me. And 15 years with an organization, fairly long run.
Yeah, absolutely. You're not going anywhere. It seems like you're there for the long haul. So
yeah, as long as they keep me on.
That's right. Michelle, same question to you. Your involvement in the community. How have you seen that be a direct benefit to your business? But just talk about how that's helped you on your journey thus far. You've been out for what, 11 years, 20 years? Was it 21 years?
21 years I've
21
been.
years. 11 cars. Sorry, 21 years. I got this.
That's okay. You get a new car every couple of years. It's pretty awesome. So the thing that our team is really passionate about, especially this time of the year, is something called Adopt a Grandparent. This is something I work with Traci specifically. My background is speech pathology. I'm a retired speech pathologist, and I used to work with elderly individuals in long-term care settings. And so that's my heart, is always that, because that's where I started my journey as an adult, in the working world. And so this time of the year, we ask for our customers and anyone to donate, and we purchase particular products from Mary Kay for those residents, and then we gift wrap them with some socks, and we go and deliver. And I choose the residences that are the lowest income in Plano. They don't have a lot of family support. They don't have a lot of fluff and stuff. And so we specifically go, and this is a time of the year where my entire team does this. We've been doing this, like I said, 21 years, and we go as a team. We go and take all those products, and we go into the home and go and visit each of them, shake their hand. They have celebrations. We sing with them. It is the most fun, and it makes the hugest difference in those individuals, because they don't have a lot of people that, especially the places that I frequent, are not, they don't have a lot of extra money for that.
How have you seen that impact your business, your relationships, your trust in the community?
Well, when you do that so long, like I said earlier, it's about being consistent. And we have consistently done this, and we start asking for these things around October, that people are used to it, and they now know. And I posted on all the social platforms, like I said, TikTok, Facebook, Insta, all those things. And then I promote it with my team, and people ask me, Michelle, when are you doing that? Can I come? Can I donate money? Can I also help gift wrap? Can I deliver? All of those things. And so they want to participate. And then of course they remember, oh yeah, by the way, I need Christmas presents. And so of course I've got the office full of that. So that's how it helps that thing. But it truly, people know that that's what I'm about, is the giving back, and that's a huge focus. My daughter used to go with us when she was younger, and they love that. The elderly love that. It's, I can't tell you, it's just a gift from the heart, and people, they remember that, they know that, and when they think of Mary Kay Skincare, they think, oh, it's Michelle, So that's just one example.
Well, and I think it's good to find your niche, find a place to serve, a place to frequent, a place to have your kids involved in something, and just kind of find the areas that and really the closer they are to your home, the better, honestly, because you kind of want to build out your community from where you live. It just makes a lot of sense. So something to certainly be thinking of, guys. Thank you so much. We're going to go to break. When we come back, one of my favorite segments, maybe my favorite segment, is What's the Difference? Stick around. We will be right back on the Community Difference Plano.
And now a word from a few of our amazing sponsors that make the Difference Radio, live stream, and podcast network possible.
Total Care Emergency Room now has 9 locations in the DFW Metroplex. With no appointment needed, our incredible staff will get you checked in with no wait times. Our 5-star facility is open and fully staffed 24/7. We offer extensive treatment options for patients of all ages, providing on-site labs and imaging equipment, including CT, X-ray, and ultrasound, allowing us to provide fast, convenient care for our community. Total Care ER is your neighborhood emergency room. TotalCare.us.
Unwanted pests in your home can be stressful. From creepy crawlies to critters under the floorboards, they disrupt your peace of mind. But don't worry. All Pest Solutions is here to help. We offer a comprehensive range of safe and effective pest control solutions. We target all types of pests, big or small, including insects, rodents, and wildlife. All Pest Solutions, your local experts for a pest-free home. Breathe easy and enjoy your life again. Call today for a free quote. 972-442-1169 or email us at customerservice@allpestsolutions.com.
To belong is one of our most basic human needs. Best Buddies International is the world's largest organization dedicated to ending the social isolation of 200 million individuals who have intellectual and developmental disabilities. We focus on meaningful one-to-one friendships, integrated employment, leadership development, and inclusive living. You have the power to make an impact, create change, and champion our mission of inclusion today.
We are Cloud Staff, enabling remarkable growth for businesses everywhere with our pioneering enterprise-grade remote work solutions. We are on a mission to help business owners scale while reducing costs by matching you with an amazing staff, mobilizing your team, and helping manage business performance, making us the #1 workplace as remote work gets done. Connect with us to access the world's top talent and discover how we can enable remarkable growth for your business.
And now, back to the show.
And now it's time for What's the Difference?
All right, what's the difference? Where I read a question, what's the difference between two things, and you give me your about 20-second answer. Again, don't go into a long explanation or a novel about your childhood. Just a quick answer. We'll get on to the actual definition and how that actually applies back to our topic for today. Okay, first question. What's the difference between sharing success stories to inspire and sharing them to impress? Mm-hmm. Sharing them to inspire and sharing them to impress. Let's start with Diane.
I think that sharing a success story for me, if I'm, impressing upon their qualities and their strengths and focusing on what they've had to overcome, what their goals and missions were. When I focus on that, that's not self-promoting. When I focus on what my accomplishments were, what did Diane do? What did she accomplish? So I believe when you put the focus on them, that's what people want to hear in a success story.
Traci.
Yeah, exactly. To inspire with a success story is, for me in my business, when I have helped a family that felt there was no hope, there was no way of getting mom into this community, or out of her home, and I was able to give them the tools, the knowledge, and let them breathe easy. And telling that story out to everybody else, that inspires them to have hope that, oh, wow, if that family could do it, we can do it.
Kirk.
I think from an inspiration perspective, that's kind of the goal. I'm not looking necessarily to impress. I think establishing an inspired example is, that inspiring, and people take more and emotional attachment to that. And I think that's my ultimate goal. Recently, I helped an individual whose daughter hadn't had auto insurance, and she was scared to death about what the premiums would be. And we worked to several markets and came out with a very reasonable response for her. And they were just thrilled. And, that to me is inspiring about the work that we're trying to do.
Michelle.
Well, I look at it like, I find kind of like what Diane said, I find the character qualities that the individual has and point out why it is that it's possible that what I may have achieved, that they can do something similar or even better, because they have different character qualities and different abilities and strengths and skills that they can use and do the exact same thing, but in their own strength. So just reflecting, reminding the person why they're going to be able to accomplish what they may have seen me do, but it will be in their own arena and with their own skill strengths and sets.
Yeah. So the difference is, you guys all made some good points. The difference is inspiring stories focus on challenges, collaboration, and lessons that lead to success, making them relatable and valuable. Stories designed to impress often emphasize the individual or company's achievements, which may come across as boastful, disconnected from the audience's concern. So the impact, thinking from the know, like, and trust factor, the impact from a know standpoint, inspiring stories position you as approachable and human, which is obviously what we want. We're all human. The like factor, sharing challenges and wins, demonstrates empathy and relatability rather. And then the trust factor, stories of success, collaborations, or problem solving highlight our expertise in a credible, non-salesy way. So how does this go back to the sales cycle, right? Inspiring stories reduce resistance by helping prospects visualize similar positive outcomes for themselves when they're making a decision. So very important. We've got time for one more, and make sure when we're answering, guys, give us the comparison. Like, what's the difference between this and this thing? So I want to know, okay, this is what one thing means, this is what the other thing means. Okay, give us your comparison. Okay, let's do this. What is the difference between being a member of a social media group and being a valuable contributor to it? What's the difference? Let's start backwards. Let's start with Michelle.
Being a member is just kind of like you're showing up and you're taking it all in, and you're kind of like a taker, like you're just kind of consuming the material. You might comment.
That's great. I like that.
Like the comment, whatever. As a contributor or an inspirational person is someone who takes that action and goes deeper with it and extends it, and then creates, asks a question to create further conversations and deep dives.
Great. Kirk, awesome. Michelle.
Along with Michelle, and as just a member, you're passive. You're there in person. You're there in body and spirit, but you're not bringing value to the group. You want to bring that value. You want to add to what the group dynamic is and what it's trying to achieve. So you got to be a participating member, and I think that's a difference.
Traci.
Yeah, it's being a member is just being on that group list. Your name is on the list. And you're a member. That's about it. But being a actual contributor is giving value, giving your expertise, giving your help, giving your resources, giving, like Michelle said, not being the taker, but being the giver. What are you giving to this group that you're actually contributing something?
Diane, wrap us up.
Okay, so I'm going to add a little levity and humor to it because that's what I do. But I think just being a member is like being a pew warmer at the church, where you just come in and you don't really do anything. You show up and you say, I was there, right? You can mark my attendance, right? you don't contribute anything. But being a true contributor for me is just like showing your expertise, that you're going to take the time to do a deep dive. You're going to engage. You're going to ask questions. You're going to show your authentic self. Yeah. And you're going to
read the whole post that somebody posted, not just the highlight. Yes, 100%. So being a member shows passive association. Everybody pretty much touched on that. Being a contributor demonstrates expertise. I think Diane, maybe you mentioned that, or Tracy. Authenticity and active engagement. When you consistently contribute value, answering questions, sharing insights, or sparking discussion, you build familiarity and trust. So the know factor, this is going to contribute to increased recognition as an active, knowledgeable member. The like factor, meaningful engagement fosters goodwill and appreciation from the group members. The trust factor, demonstrating consistent expertise leads to referral and organic advocacy. Obviously, from a sales cycle implication, the valuable contributor often bypasses the question of, well, why you? Why would I do business with you? As group members naturally view them as credible, reliable resources, experts with no need for persuasion, which is very important. So that's the two we got to today. What's the difference? Thank you guys so much for your contribution. We've got about 2 minutes. I'm going to give 20 seconds to each of you guys to wrap us up. What was your biggest takeaway? What did you enjoy most about the show? 20 seconds. Michelle, we'll start with you.
I just enjoyed the opportunity. It's great. I've never done a podcast before, and I'm like, oh, it's like TV and radio all at the same time. I like it. So
that's the tagline for podcasts: TV and radio combined. That's basically what it is.
Pretty fun. So
love it, Kirk.
This is my second opportunity, and I'm still getting used to a live performance, but it's engaging. It's exciting. The topic today was very germane to my industry of know, like, trust. So I really appreciate being part of today's agenda.
And I'll real quickly, for both of you guys, actually, Michelle or Kirk, how can you see kind of what we're doing, not only benefit you guys, but benefit the community, the business owner community here in Plano?
I think just having the topic that we talked about and the variety of topics that you bring out, Nathan, is very helpful to the entrepreneur. It can be a sounding board for some folks and thinking, what can I do better, or an idea germinator for them to try new things. So I think it's very valuable.
Diane, give us 20 seconds, biggest takeaway today, and what you got from today's show.
I love hearing different perspectives. So that just gives us the opportunity to learn more and be a student of life. And it's just, I love the fact that we always are focused on uniting communities and bringing people that live in Plano and work in Plano together to work to be the difference that we want to see in the community.
I think, and that's a big part of it, is really bringing everybody together in multiple aspects. Tracy, last 20 seconds to you before we shut it down for today.
Yeah. No, I loved our guest today. I think it was very engaging. We're a diverse group, but all with the same mindset and all giving back to the community and not taking. We're all givers.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's a huge part of not only the difference topics, what's the different topics, but also the topic today is when you give, right, you take the spotlight off of yourself, which is very important. Want to give a thanks to Daryl Rodenball with North Texas Performing Arts, Michelle Hawkins, downtown Plano, and of course our wonderful guests, Michelle Hendrickson and Kirk Hodgson. Thank you so much for being on today. Stick around next week, our last live show of the month of December, episode 47. We will be doing a Christmas special that will air the week of Christmas as well, so you want to stick around from that. But go on, take something you've learned here, apply it to your business. We want to hear about that. Post it in our community boards. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.
Thank you for watching today's show.
The Community Difference Plano was made possible by Nathan Smith with the Enfuego Group, Diane Cassel with Cassel to Cassel, connecting charities to fundraising solutions, Traci Duff with Assisted Living Locators, Jacqueline Kreider with PBJ Mortgage, Megan Schoffer with the Hive of the Happily Insured, Jeannie Smith with Guardian Mortgage, a division of Sunflower Bank, N.A. And by Audra Hooper with Alloy Personal Training, at the Gleneagles Plano and Cassel Hills locations. The Community Difference Plano. Together, we can make the difference.